ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the world of V-Gaming Junkie News. The Dross was remastered into the ground, so there's nothing but pure gaming-related meatiness. It is 100% all about the electronic good stuff as we dive deep in all that's new in the various interactive virtual worlds. So Darkside Phil made a very charged joke in one of his recent Let's Play videos. While he's pretty well known for making some fairly hate-filled statements over the years and insulting his own viewers, this one's particularly bad. While playing as Dusk Falls, the young black girl's taken into police care, and DSP decided it was a good idea to make a joke about the slave trade. Just in case there was any doubt about his intentions, he put on a pretty cringy southern accent. As much as I think far too many people are too quick to get offended at everything, this is just blatantly wrong. I'm sure I'm not the only one reminded of his infamous Dead Space 2 video that actually got him banned from Blip TV. It really puts things into perspective when he repeatedly claims it's in the past and he's totally changed, dude. We'll see if YouTube actually does anything about this, given others have been put through the proverbial ringer for far less. And so it would seem that Kotaku has a problem with a game known as Stray. Because of course they do, having nice things is impossible in this day and age. The offending element of this game is, of course, cultural appropriation. You see, the game makes use of Hong Kong as an aesthetic piece for some of its environment. It seems the article writer takes issue with rice paddy hats as well as the use of robots and even the graffiti, weirdly enough. While rice paddy hats have been used in spicy depictions in the past, that doesn't mean they're automatically bad. That would be like saying because some depictions in the past had top hats, that top hats must be inherently a problem now. Moreover, this is a game where you play as a cat, so it seems like it's overthinking things just a little bit. One of the concept artists' family even came from Hong Kong. Suggesting it's somehow a problem to conflate a Japanese theme with robots because of some stereotype just seems flat out ridiculous to me. But then you probably won't have anyone complaining about a wild western town depicted in fiction without properly depicting the struggles they faced either. It's a cute little video game about cats. Maybe take a step back and realize that not everything has to be a problem to complain about. Speaking of complaints, Riot Games is accused of having a sour workplace environment. Yep, sure could use more of those, alright. In this case, they're accused of having a rule against their employees posting bikini shots to social media. The complaint is concerning a hypocrisy alleging that guys wearing t-shirts with bikini models on them are fine and that you can't complain about those. However, a representative of Riot Games insists that that isn't true and that social media bikini shots are a-okay. They acknowledge that complaints might have been made in bad faith, but they weren't acted upon and that they have very loose social media policies. The representative also clarified that guys wearing t-shirts with bikini models is actually against their policy too, so go figure. My guess is maybe 1 or 2 people complained about the social media posts, but they weren't actually violating any actual company policy. You know, some rogue supervisors or something. At least this isn't anywhere near as unsettling as some accusations against companies, specifically Activision Blizzard. Here's hoping that things are made more fair with employees in these companies. It seems like the most preachy ones are more than likely the ones with something to hide. And on the subject of women exposing skin, Square Enix's Manga Up app seems to be heavily censoring the manga featured in it. Not even for things you might expect, like full-on nudity. Clothed characters are even getting black bars slapped over them like a girl in jeans, and there's even one case where a character's knee has a black bar over it, as ridiculous as that definitely sounds. It's speculated that there might be an AI automatically doing this, which would explain the knee as well as the jeans situation. Another theory is that it's simply censoring for everybody, and you know some country somewhere probably has an issue with exposed knees. It could give people dirty thoughts somehow. The Manga Up team has said, quote, some modifications were unavoidable to release the app to the whole world outside of Japan. This suggests the latter and that they're censoring knees for everyone just because 1 or 2 countries don't allow it. While I would never advocate for downloading things illegitimately online, this is kind of not helping with that. If the way to get it through the right channels is going to be full of black bars, it's going to make those shady websites look all the more enticing. As many comedic videos on YouTube have demonstrated, unnecessary censorship only makes it look like you've got something to hide, even when there's not a single thing there. Did you think I said a bad word just now? I said fixing, you little And speaking of toning things down, it seems Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be taking things in a different direction. It's going to be having a playable Latina female protagonist, which, let's be real, isn't a problem at all. Apparently it's going to be a Bonnie and Clyde kind of thing, so presumably you'll have a female and a male to choose from. Which is perfectly fine. I seriously doubt that many people are going to have a problem with that part. However, they also said they plan to be more culturally sensitive. Something about making sure not to punch down as if it's possible to not punch down when you're in that kind of position of influence. So here's the thing, Grand Theft Auto was controversial from the word go. People like Jack Thompson and Soccer Moms hated the series because of its violence and spicy content. You walk away from that and it's not really Grand Theft Auto anymore. While Grand Theft Auto 3 at the time was a big deal, open world games have become pretty commonplace now. My personal favorite overall being Zelda Breath of the Wild, but there's still a lot to choose from. A Grand Theft Auto that doesn't want to be edgy and is beholden to social norms, I can't see any reason to play it over playing any other open world game. If you ask me, the answer to the problem was solved in the SpongeBob SquarePants episode Squirrel Jokes. Don't single anyone out, either it's acceptable to make fun of everyone or it isn't acceptable to make fun of anyone. Only mocking people that are on the approved list to mock isn't edgy, it's conforming to sensibilities, which is the exact opposite of edgy. I guess it's to be expected since The Simpsons and others were the same way, once defying cultural sensitivities and now bowing down to them, but that doesn't mean I have to like it. Without the freedom to be bold and depart from the norm, we stagnate and you don't get equality by having people be afraid to treat you equally. The latest remaster of The Last of Us might just be carrying something with it I actually care about. A senior texture artist named Jonathan revealed that a PC port would be coming very soon after the PS5 release. Assuming they don't insert anything in this to try to spoil Joel's character, I might actually be interested in playing it if it releases. Until then, it was only on PlayStation systems, something I've been lacking personally. I still think it's silly that they're remastering the game for the second time after the PS4 just got one, but at least this makes for an interesting addition to that. After all, I doubt I'm the only one who lacks a PlayStation system and wouldn't mind having more games like this for PC. Maybe this means we'll eventually get the PlayStation exclusive onto PC that I've really been wanting forever, known as Bloodborne. Probably not anytime soon, but hey, I can always dream on, dream until my dreams come true. So I did a not-so-fun stray story earlier, so here's a much more heartwarming one. A modder named Norsk PL is accepting commissions to mod in people's favorite cats into the game for a price. However, this is currently only textures, although there are plans to allow for more complex modding with a plugin. The price is basically just a name-your-own-price kind of thing and depends on complexity, but the modder also commissions Mafia 2 for $7 to $10, so it's probably pretty cheap. According to Norsk, the commissions would be free had there not been an overwhelming number of them, which is fair. Getting a few bucks to bring people's cats or cats that have passed away with them into the game seems more than reasonable to me. After all, real-world stuffed toys of your pets can run at least $200, albeit that's a physical object, but even so. If you have the game Stray and would like to play as your current pet or your long-lost pet, here's your chance to do so. I'm glad that there can be nice moments like this to balance out some of the more heavy crap that tends to pop up in the news, even the entertainment news. Finally, it seems some mad lad decided to make a fan trailer imagining what the game Bully would look like in Unreal Engine 5. To say it looks gorgeous would be a huge understatement. Just take a look at this TV screen here. Or better yet, check it out in the description below because it is definitely worth seeing. I never really played much of Bully apart from the admittedly pretty bad Let's Play I did on my channel, but I've been interested in eventually doing it in earnest. Sadly though, I can't really see a Bully game being made nowadays without it suffering the same fate as Grand Theft Auto 6 that I mentioned above. In other words, being sanitized for modern sensibilities, especially some of the spicier elements of the game I've heard about. Still, it's always amazing to see what the community can throw together, even if it's just a short proof of concept video. And as always, from the page of Games Radar, it's time for the latest round of release dates fresh out of the oven. The 29th starts with Avenging Spirit for PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch, Digimon Survive for the Old Band of 4, and Madison for Switch. It rounds out with Story of Reasons, Pioneers of Olive Town for PS4, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3 for Switch. The 1st of August just has the Gallery for the Old Band of 4, while the 2nd has Frogen for all 6 major platforms. The 3rd has South of the Circle for all major platforms, while the 4th has Hard West 2 for PC and Turbo Golf Racing for PC and Xbox. This week's epic freebie until next Thursday is Lawnmower Simulator for all you aspiring Hank Hills out there. Now that's a clean burning sim, I tell you what. And as always, that rounds out this news week. I do hope you enjoyed and were well enough informed. As always, I Let's Play every single day, 10 a.m. and 2 p.m, live stream Mondays and Thursdays unless otherwise specified at 4:30 p.m, and I now do news videos every week Friday at 6 p.m. And of course, that's all in Eastern Standard Time. If you're a real junkie for video games like I am, then feel free to hit that subscribe and bell icon to get your next fix. A like and a comment are always appreciated, but I just hope you genuinely enjoyed yourself, and that is it for now. Thank you so much for tuning in with me. Spread this video around like cats on the internet, and I will see you next time. Capitalize on life, peace out, have a good one, and I will see you next time. You cunning, adorable, little lovable ball of sunshine.